What I found at Magdalen College, Oxford. Yep, apparently there's another version of David Wynn's Christ and Mary Magdalene statue at Magdalen College, where she clearly looks pregnant. This is the other full life-size cast that was done in 1963. The other version is this one at Ely Cathedral, which was done in 1967. Apparently the Magdalen College one was purchased by Colonel Victor Hill in the late 1960s, and he donated it to Magdalen College. I think they're trying to tell us something. This is the iconic tower at Magdalen College. We were lucky enough to hear about a 20-minute ringing of the bells. Apparently built in 1492 to 1509, Magdalen Tower is one of our Oxford most iconic landmarks, standing at 144 feet tall, dominating the skyline. It houses 10 bells hung for full circle ringing. Their most important day is May morning. At 6 a.m. on the 1st of May, the Magdalen College Choir sings from the top of the tower while the bells ring. Crowds gather to celebrate the start of spring. This tradition dates back hundreds of years. As of 2025, this is one of Oxford University's 39 colleges. I won't butcher the Latin name, but effectively it's the College of Mary Magdalene, usually pronounced Magdalene. Founding documents spelt it Maudelyne College. The college's extensive grounds have been tread by none other than C.S. Lewis and former alumni Oscar Wilde, even Louis Theroux, my old bud Dominic Grieve from Beaconsfield, and George Osborne. Even Cardinal Wolsey, Henry VIII's chief minister and founder of Cardinal College apparently, which is now Christ Church, walked these corridors. The college survived the troubles of the Reformation in the 16th century. When it opened, the college was the largest in Oxford, with 40 fellows and 30 scholars. Sadly, the stained glass windows were destroyed in the chapel during the Reformation in around 1551, but the stone architecture stands to this day. The choir of Magdalen College is one of the largest choral foundations in late medieval England, and one of the finest in the country. In the chapel, there's a reredos, an ornamental structure behind the altar, which features a sculpted apex, being St. Mary Magdalene meeting the risen Christ, the scene which has been repeated in David Wynn's statue in the quad. There's a story of a ghostly figure who's seen standing on the parapet of Magdalen Bridge waving its arms, then falling into the water, which is said to be the spirit of a young chimney sweep who, during election celebrations in 1754, was shot while jeering at a passing political group, causing him to fall into the water. Magdalen was also built on the site of a medieval hospital of St. John. Some reports say the spirits of monks have been seen or heard, especially near the areas that used to be monastic. Some people report hearing chanting and ghostly figures. As we spoke about in one of my last videos, during the English Civil War, Oxford was a royalist stronghold. The Magdalen Tower bells are reportedly used as a signal for royalist troops. Some of the college's archives and silver were moved to protect them from parliamentary forces. The tower at the college had a watchman in medieval times, particularly spotting fires, floods, and approaching enemies. There's a curious anecdote from the 16th century where a student climbed to the top of the tower to watch rival college graduations, causing a minor scandal. As ever, there's rumours of subterranean passages linking Magdalen to nearby buildings or even to the River Sherwell. Magdalen has historically produced a disproportionate number of politicians and diplomats, often referred to as the Magdalen effect. It may be because the college focuses on philosophy and classics. During renovation, small sealed notes and coins from past students and fellows have been found behind the walls, leaving personal marks for future generations. Magdalen has had a deer park there since the 15th century, making it one of the few colleges with an actual herd of fallow deer. They were originally kept for hunting and as a status symbol, not just for decoration. During the Second World War, the deer were temporarily removed for their safety, but the tradition was later restored. Addison's Walk is a lovely walk around Magdalen College Gardens, named after Joseph Addison, who was a fellow in the 18th century. Believed that C.S. Lewis and J.R. Tolkien walked here for inspiration and while they debated. Legend even says Lewis wrote parts of the Chronicles of Narnia while on his walks. The water meadows are also an important habitat for other plant animals, including snakes. At the far end there is a bat willow meadow, so called because the willow trees have been used to make cricket bats over the years. Newer accommodation was placed on site in the late 50s, early 60s. The Magdalen Plane, a notable tree at Magdalen College, Oxford, is a London plane approximately 221 years old, a scion of the original tree planted in Oxford Botanic Gardens in 1666. The Gothic cloisters linking the quads and the chapel are rumoured to have secret or blocked off passages used during medieval times. The dining hall is central to the college's life, hosting of the May morning breakfast, the founders' feasts, and other formal feast day celebrations. Queen Victoria even watched some debates here. And over the gates, there's a depiction of apparently the Virgin Mary holding infant Jesus Christ. What do we think, Kay?